Welcome back to African Colonization TV and Biafran history. So in today's topic, we dive into the issue surrounding Nigerian and the issue about Nigerian breakup. According to the heading, they say breaking, Tinubu ready to negotiate with IPOB, last move to stop US from dividing Nigeria. So as it is now, Tinubu government, they have now come out, start saying that they are ready to negotiate with IPOB. Let understand, head together, let bring head together so that they will understand what they are saying. Because all this issue, they have now seen that this issue of division, in fact, in the mind of US, in the mind of Donald Trump, there is nothing else apart from how to divide the country, how to make sure that every zone be on their own and they be in a peace. Because if you can see what is going on in Nigeria today, every day, this buying and the destruction of life and property, and at the end, they will tell you that the people that is doing it is from foreigner. And then around the world today, if you go around the world, it is the people of IPOB that is giving that instruction, that awareness, and telling the world that look at what is going on in Nigeria. And all those things is the main reason why they went to Kenya to kidnap Kanu, so that he can shut up his mouth, so that nobody can be hearing the things that is going on in Nigeria. But as it is today now, the Nigerian government, Tinubu, they have now coming out, start saying that they are now ready to negotiate with IPOB. They negotiate with them to avoid US, to avoid the US not to divide the country. So according to what is going on. And I would like you to listen to this, our different activists that explain everything the way it is going, being between the US and in between Nigerian and IPOB, and the what they are now placed on ground, saying that they are now ready to negotiate with IPOB. So as you're about to watch, like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video to go around. Let others see what is really happening in Nigeria.
The battle between the federal government of Nigeria and the Biafran agitators has gotten to another level. I saw a very disturbing and worrisome news on the internet space yesterday. Today is the 22nd day of January 2026. So I saw this news yesterday and I went through social media to see if people are actually discussing about that news. Unfortunately, I didn't see anybody talk about that news. Anyways, that is what I want us to discuss here today. Thank you for joining me, and please do well to stay with me because we are going to learn a lot from this video. Now, I saw this news yesterday that says, let me zoom it a bit so you can see it, that says, breaking, Tinubu considering dialogue with Biafra agitators as last resort. That the president of Nigeria is considering to dialogue with the Biafran agitators. When I saw this news, I didn't just smile, I laughed. Did you know why I laughed? Now, for those of you that have been on internet space, or for those of you that have been following me for a very long time, if you remember, on the 6th day of July 2025, a news came out, and that news was a video made by the Minister of Work, Dave Omayi. And what is that news? Let me show you. Now, according to this news, where is it? On the 6th day of July, let me zoom it so you can see it too. On the 6th day of July 2025, it says that the federal government of Nigeria is ready to negotiate with Kanu. And this news trended in Nigeria. And we waited for days, we waited for weeks, we waited for months to see the outcome of this news. Till today, we have not had anything or had any outcome, whether if it went well or it didn't went well. We've not had any news concerning this negotiation. But you know what? Of course, we already know the outcome. I'm going to show you the outcome in this video before they also come about this, present dialogue they want to dialogue. I'm going to play a very short clip for you, just like a 5-second clip. And this video was made by Kanu's lawyer. In this video, he said the outcome of this negotiation. Please stay with me because we are going to learn. After this short video, I'm going to be back. Please listen to him.
Please, they have started with another propaganda. The thing was started yesterday. They said that they asked Nnamdi Kanu to sign whatever. We were with him yesterday. We left him around 4 or 5 yesterday. When we finished at Kubo, we went to see him. We are with him. There is nothing like that. Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody that you can intimidate. Had he been that, there is no amount of offer Buhari government did not offer him, and he refused. Now, for those of you, get it right. For those of you,
did you hear that? There is no amount of offer Buhari's government didn't offer him, and he refused. If Buhari's government has given this man a blank check to write any amount that he needs, or probably they have offered him to be the Minister of Works, be the Senate President, be the Vice President, be anything, and he refused. What then, or which other negotiation do this government want to go into with him? Have you ever asked yourself that question? But you know what? It didn't stop here. Neither did it stop here. I'm going to play another short, just another 5 seconds video clip so that you understand what we are talking about. Please listen to Nnamdi Kanu himself and hear this.
To come and buy me in Kuje, I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me Vice President of Nigeria, and I said no. Are you insane? Is it poor, wretched people I'm going to be asking for money? So because anything we want to do, we do it somehow. IPOB is full of cash.
Did you hear that? They offered me to be the Vice President, and I said no. If they have offered this man to be the second, important citizen in the country, and he said no, I beg, which other offer are these people talking about they are going to offer him? Oh, maybe they have not actually given him the offer to be the president. Of course, I don't need to tell you what will happen if that happens. Maybe they should also try that. Let them call him and tell him, Oga, come and be the president. Maybe that will happen. Now, I also went ahead to get more information about this. Now, you can go to your Google, probably after this video. Type on your Google, what is IPOB requesting from Nigerian government? You can type it on your Google. According to Google, it says, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, primarily request the creation of an independent Biafran nation, a sovereign state for the Igbo people in southeastern Nigeria. What these people are actually requesting is break up. They want to break away from Nigeria. Now, going into dialogue with them, what do you think that the government will offer them, if not this, that they will accept? And of course, you will know that any dialogue or any negotiation that the government need to do, or the government is planning to do with these people, it must be done by the Oga Patapata, because this is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. And of course, so far, we've seen, and of course, we know how, stubborn, permit me to use that word, how stubborn this man is, how fanatic he is in his quest for the creation of the sovereign state of Biafra. He is fanatic. He doesn't send. He said, if this is what will take our life, no problem. So he has insisted that it is neither Biafra or nothing. Of course, from news, we've seen that they offered him the vice president. He said no. They offered him, gave him blank check, all sort of, things, and he said no. In other words, his only quest is for the creation of the sovereign state of Biafra. Now, my question in this video is this, you watching me. What offer do you think that the Nigerian government, or let me use this word, which dialogue do you think that the Nigerian government will go into with this man that will work out? to offer him another post or to promise him that they're going to build seaport in Biafra land? Is that going to work? Please do well to answer, because I sat down and I was actually thinking about it. Apart from the creation of Biafra, or apart from division, what other offer are they going to offer him that he will accept? Well, when I was thinking about that too, I have to share my thoughts with you. When I was thinking about that, I said maybe he will accept restructuring. Restructuring, some people call it regional government, where each state or each region manage their resources. Well, I don't know if he will accept that, because if you have been following him right from time, you will know that he actually started agitating for this restructuring before he saw. Of course, he said that in one of his speech, before he saw that even this restructuring is not going to work. So it's better we do it once and for all. And what is the best? What is that once and for all? The separation, the breakup from Nigeria. So please, I don't know, which other offer do you think they will offer this man that he will accept, if not the breaking away from Nigeria? Now, I'm going to play this short clip again for you. This short clip is another supportive one by someone from Europe, an Australian economist who is coming out to say that, come on, Biafra must come. That news, they say that at the end, we will win. It seems it's beginning to come to pass. Please do well to listen to this short video I'm going to play for you. Then you drop your comment in the comment section what you think, please.
Dear friends, I'm very happy that I have my new Biafra flag here. And that's really wonderful. Biafra must be free, must be liberated. Yesterday I was participating in the 1-year celebration of the Biafra Independence Declaration. It's very much, unfortunately, similar to what happened in Kosovo. You see here the Kosovo Independence Declaration. That was in 2008, but already in 1991, I think in 1990 actually, in Kačanik, Kosovo declared independence, and it took a long time. It took a long time for recognizing Kosovo, and some countries have not even seen the light today, and that's very unfortunate. But even much more unfortunate is the situation of the Christian people of Biafra, of all people in Biafra, because they experienced this apartheid, this genocide that the Kosovo Albanians have experienced, especially in this very difficult time from 1990, from basically when Milosevic declared the war against everybody in Yugoslavia, and he was basically in the 28th of June in 98, he went to the Kosovo Polje, Amselfeld, however you call it, Fush Kosovo, and there at this memorial he declared war on all of the people of Yugoslavia, and then this led to 10 years of disaster. And we could have avoided all this war when we had recognized Kosovo's independence in the first place. In Kačanik, when it was declared, I think it was in December 1990, and then in 91 we could have all recognized it. George Bush, the father, he made this famous Christmas ultimatum against Milosevic and said, do not touch the Kosovo Albanians. And that is what Mr. Trump must also now do very clearly. Do not touch the Biafra Christians and the corrupt and disastrous elite of Nigeria. And here it is very clear. The parallels are very clear. We waited too long, we let then the apartheid system and all these massacres in Bosnia happen, and later Milosevic decided to go to full-scale genocide against the Kosovo Albanians in 97, 98, and then the combined forces of the resistance of the Albanians and of course the people of and NATO, ultimately, the America. Thanks a lot, America, for liberation. This was then liberating the people and ending the genocide in 1999 with NATO intervention, and every single bomb was justified at that moment, and it was necessary to free the Kosovo Albanians. And now the Kosovo Albanians have independence declared. 115 good countries in the world have recognized it, and it's fine. And some few confused leftovers like Spain, Romania, Slovakia, Greece, Ukraine, unfortunately, despite my major efforts in the last decade, have not recognized it. But but most of the free world has, and that's very good. So we have achieved freedom, we have secured freedom, we have protected freedom. That's very good. Bravo, Kosovo, a wonderful case. And you see the parallel between the failed state Nigeria, high inflation, genocide, crimes, massacre, insecurity, misery, disaster, and a few at the top which get ever richer with the natural resources. It was more or less the same in Yugoslavia, just there were less natural resources and they were all going down. And then basically Milosevic declared war and everybody stole with his half a billion German mark loan against the national authorities, and then he stole everything and he started the war to hide everything up, and it was all going down in misery. And here is the parallel between Nigeria and Yugoslavia. It's going down in misery, it is a failed state, there is no reason for it to continue, and Biafra will live in freedom. But the necessary thing, and here's the tragic parallel, it takes so long for the international community to understand that, and we wait and wait because we love our system as it is now, because we are structurally conservative, we want to keep it like the status quo, we always want to keep the states as they are, and of course we don't want to change them by aggression, like the Russians are doing it in Ukraine, and taking over Anschluss style, like Hitler did it with Austria. He's taking over Crimea, and then in a full-scale aggression Hitler style, he's taking over some parts of Ukraine. He will never keep it. We will definitely liberate Ukraine. Ukraine will liberate itself with our help, but he is continuing to try and to do these major terrible things. But of course, we should not be structurally kind of so conservative in a sense that we don't allow freedom. We must allow freedom, and the respect of freedom must be including also when nations are somehow broken and they are no longer delivering the services, security and prosperity that everybody has a right in, and there are suppressed nations where there is genocide, then we definitely have the right for this next step, and that's the assisted breakup of nations. That's the Fellinger doctrine in the making here in the case of ex-Nigeria, and this is the example, of course, Kosovo. I love it very much. It's a wonderful country. I have here the head of Kosovo, because Kosovo now also has elections 28th of December. I will be very active on that one as well. And I will just support the good side who are really then trying to get Kosovo into NATO. But the whole thing is, it's free now, it's secure now, and it is absolutely a success story. And only people who don't know the Balkan history and have no idea, I lived there 15 years, I know exactly what's going on. The situation is that we have to see that as a role model for Biafra. Kosovo, Biafra, Biafra, Kosovo. This is the thing. In the German-speaking mind, we still have the idea Biafra is just starving children. But why are they starving children? Because of this tragic mistake of the West, that we didn't support the independence in the 1967 to 70, and we let the Nigerian centralist, disaster, socialist tyrants to starve them into death. Millions died because of our mistakes, and that's very bad. And again, we repeat the mistake here. We don't recognize Biafra Republic. We should recognize the exile government and the exile authorities and tell to the Nigerians, let the Biafra people go. Like we have ultimately enforced it in the case of Kosovo by NATO bombs. And if the Nigerians will not let the Biafra people go, then NATO bombs are the only alternative. America must liberate Biafra. We have not created the global systems that we also respect all religions, that few, Islamic terrorists can kill the Christians like they want and go unpunished. That's not tolerance. That's a total different thing. That's tyranny. If you allow the majority or some extremists to kill Christians who are not protected, that's not respect for the global south. That's tyranny of the few terrorists who then go on and kill on the rampage people of our faith. And that we cannot allow. And we have protected. By the way, let's not mix it up. It's not about religion. We have protected the Kosovo Albanians. They are 95% Muslims. And we will protect the Biafra Christians, who are Christians. And, they have deserved, as human beings, our support, and they have not deserved to be killed, and they have not deserved to be genocided. Nobody has in the world, and they must be protected like we protect the Ukrainians, the Kosovo Albanians, the Biafra Christians, and that's very logical. If you think about it, Fellinger Doctrine is absolutely logically and consistent, and I call for independence of Biafra Republic and also for the EU to support this independence and to say very clearly to the Nigerian authority, either it's a free federal Nigeria or there will be a Yugoslavian scenario. And this is what I actually recommend, because now all the 7 countries who came out of Yugoslavia live much better than this failed, terrible terror state Yugoslavia ever was. And it was a terror state, and it was a failed state, and it never worked, and it's much better if it doesn't exist anymore. And by the way, remove all the Tito monuments, the Tito schools, the Tito high schools from Macedonia, Montenegro, Bosnia, where they are still around, if you want to join the European Union, because no Tito in the European Union, that is absolutely impossible. It was a disaster, failed state, and nobody who somehow loves Tito can join the European Union, to be very clear. And here we are now. I wish you a happy Independence Day, and the fight for freedom continues, for Biafra freedom. Absolutely. Let's celebrate the free world, and the free world is with you, free people of Biafra, and we should help you, and we will. Thanks a lot. This is Günther Fellinger-Jahn speaking here from Vienna. Please subscribe at my YouTube and my other pages, which I have now on my X account, and it's I think I have listed all of them now, and it's many of them. And if you also can buy a t-shirt for Free Biafra, which we presented yesterday in Vienna, I'm also very happy, and thanks a lot, and for freedom of Biafra. All the best. Bye.
I am dead already. The only thing that can bring me back to life is Biafra. This life is meaningless without freedom, not just freedom. As I said before, I traveled to England to study for a reason and for a purpose. You cannot tell me that in England they have gas piped all the way from the Scottish gas fields. There is 24 hours a day electricity. There is gas. If you're homeless or if you're unemployed, the government can give you what is called housing benefit. You can pay your rent and live in a decent home. They also give you money to feed as well. If I cannot do those things for my people, then my life is meaningless. So as I am right now, I'm already dead. I'm only waiting for Biafra to revive me and to resuscitate me. And I feel and I do pray that most other Africans should feel the way that I do. Because Africa is a failure because we fail to address the core and the key issues affecting our lives. We intend to change that. And by the grace of God Almighty in heaven, we shall be successful. My life doesn't matter anymore. What matters is Biafra. Everything else is irrelevant. And the zoo government, they know it. Everything is irrelevant. The only thing that matters to me, God is my witness, is Biafra, nothing more. I'm not doing anything. I don't have a car. I have nothing. The only promise I said to God is, give me Biafra, that's all. I don't want anything else. What am I doing with money? What am I doing with cars? I don't need them. The Biafra I do need.
Oh yes. That is Mazinam Kanu speech at the end. He's the one that make the last speech. He did not need anything. He did not need car, house, government house or any government post. What he need is only Biafra. And the same person you want to go and be negotiating with, and then you want to promise him, you want to give him vice presidents, oil wells, and the rest of them, when he has already tell you what he's looking for. That he's not looking for any of all those things. It is only Biafra he's looking for. God will help, and God will help him. And then all these trials and tribulation, he will come out from it. And then finally, the Biafran people, the Igbos, will get what they are looking for. That is what we need. And this issue of negotiating with Nnamdi Kanu for him to drop the agitation, or for him to, in fact, for him to drop the agitation, it is something that is die on arrival. because somebody that already tells you what he need and what is in his mind. So there is no need of still going there to negotiate with him. His life, his breath, his everything is Biafra. And because of this, his parents have gone down. Because of this, his family's house and his friends have gone down. Many lives have lost. So many things have happened because of this issue, Biafra. And and if you look very well, the reason why he rise up to say enough is enough, that he need the sovereign state of Biafra, it is not because of anything done, because of subjugation, marginalization, intimidation, and nepotism that fools everywhere in Nigeria. How can Igbo man be in a country where there is no love, no peace, nothing? No matter whatever you build to make people happy, instead of it, they will destroy it and call you names and they tag you something that is not, in fact, something that is not in the book. And if you come to the politics, they are not there. But in the whole of the Nigerian Igbo, they are trying all their best to build the country, to make sure that the economy is moving the way it's supposed to be. But once you come to government, once you come to give them what belongs to them, then they will now calling them another name. You fight war against them and you buy so millions of people because of them, because of they are talking and you should give them what belongs to them. Do them the way you are doing to other sects, to other people in the country. But you say no. At the end, you want them to still belong to the country where you are chasing them. So all those things is part of it. Anybody who rise up to demand what belongs to him, that person is not an evil person. The person is agitating and is talking the way it is in his mind. So that is how it is. Well, going for looking into the issue of Donald Trump not to divide the country. Well, let's see the outcome of it and let's see what is happening, because as you can see very well, the division of Nigeria into two parts, into two separate nations, the way they are debating on it in the Congress House and other parts of the world, it is a sign that if Nigeria is not be careful, Tinubu may be the last president of this country. So what do you think about it? I would like to hear your comment down below. Like, subscribe, and share the video to go around. Let others see what is going on in Nigeria. Thank you for watching.